Ah, there he is.
What's going on, G? There we
Yeah,
go.
we'll make it look good. Be something to edit with.
Yeah, better to be prepared, man. So, all right, bros, I think I'm ready.
Cool. Cool.
I am ready.
All right. Well, hey, thanks again, Derek, for doing the Skype with me tonight, man. It's a late night.
Thanks for having me on, man. Oh, yeah. The only way to do it, man.
Yep. Cool. Hey, I could go into all kinds of shit, man, because I got a whole awesome. But I would really like. Honestly, the one that comes to mind first is the last conversation I had with you. You were about to take another journey soon, and I want to hear about that. Well, how did that go?
Yeah, that was amazing, man. We just got back 2 days ago, and it was my 31st birthday. We went and had a weekend, and I had my second mushroom experience, and it was life changing. I've had a lot of spiritual encounters. I've dealt with angels and aliens and entities and demons and ecstasy spirit, encounters and all this kind of stuff, man. And this right here was like the icing on the cake. This I wasn't.
You left it in the lurch for me, and I didn't want to dig anymore. I'm like, oh hell no, that's the first thing I'm diving into when we talk for the first time ever.
This right here is a game changer, though, man.
Okay.
Like this really was a game changer. So it was very intense for me because, like I said, I did it a couple months ago for the first time and had a beautiful encounter. And I've done interviews speaking about it, and there was it was, like I said, real beautiful, and I don't know, man. It was just like, I'm saying, they kind of checked me in a sense, So I went into the encounter, and it was like, okay, we did a hero dose.
Okay,
and this is
kind of heroic dose, huh?
Yeah. So I mean, I went into this encounter, and
now was this measured? Was this measured, this dose, or?
Yeah, it was about 4 grams, they say. So I did about my whole hand, and we actually did the golden teachers. What it was actually known as the golden teachers. And so there's a lot of different complex areas to the story. I'm just trying to see really where to start. So I took the medicine, and it was 6 of us out there. We took the medicine, and I was ready to, maybe see some closed out visuals, get real philosophical, feeling funny. You know what I'm saying? That's what happened the last time I did, and it was beautiful. And so we did it, and I went outside and tried to kind of gain composure because it was getting pretty intense, and started seeing some of the Alex Gray type stuff, man. Some of the webs and stuff like that, different like webbing drawn out.
Sure.
And that didn't happen the first time, and I started getting kind of scared because I wasn't prepared for it. And so it was like this energy communing with me, saying, "Okay, is this the guy who is going on podcasts after doing it one time, claiming to be an expert?" I had the experience one time, and I'm putting it in my music. I'm telling people about it. Oh yeah, mushrooms just can connect you with the spirit realm, and all this stuff. And so, okay, is this the guy who's doing that? Is this TRUTHSEEKAH? Is this the guy who's rapping about angelic communication? Is this the guy who's rapping about the spirit world? Like, how do we have all operates and looking into the ether and gazing into eternity? Is this TRUTHSEEKAH about this stuff? Like, are you sure you want to, do this? And
was this coming from a loving place, or a non-intimidation?
Yeah, it was totally from a loving place.
Kind of like what you would do if you have, like, I was a bigger, older brother, and my little brother was coming up, and you'd be like, "Are you sure you want to do this, brother?"
Exactly.
Like that.
Exactly like that, man. Yeah. So it wasn't intimidation, but I was scared because the first it was totally different than my first time. Like I wasn't expecting this, and so I was contemplating. Like I was going through my head, like, am I gonna go overboard? Did I eat too much? Like, what would happen if we have to call the cops to come help us? You know what I'm saying? Did I get poisoned? All of this stuff was going through my mind. Then I went outside, and I was throwing up. It's part of the natural process. And from all of my study and all of my research and stuff, it ended up you know, looking like some type of ayahuasca experience or something. I wasn't expecting that, you know. And I went and sat down and contemplating within myself, fears, hysteria, getting over it. And I was fighting it. I was trying not to let it take over because I felt like I may be about to die or something, you know.
Wow.
And I just let it take me. I knew I was fighting it. I told a buddy, I'm fighting it, man. I'm fighting it. It's like, don't fight it. It's like, I'm not. You just got to give myself to it. And I gave myself to it, and it took me. And it was like that blueberry video I sent you from that movie, that scene where the guy partakes of the ayahuasca and the webs come out and just the sacred geometry in it.
And now it's my turn. I see. I see. My memories.
Totally sucked into eternity. Like we tapped into something with this that it was something that all the shamans have to pass through, that all the holy men, and we did this on the Indian reservation, so we was on sacred ground when we did it, and so it was just that much more energetic, man. So yeah, just like my ancestors and everything. So I was kind of like this rite of initiation, you know what I'm saying, that many cultures and many people have to pass through, like finally going down that path, you know. And it was intense, man. And there was so much energy, so much revelation, so much contemplation going on. And it comes through in waves, right? It's like you were saying, the Pink Floyd, I can feel it coming through in waves. And, you know, it'd be basically like, you know, riding a roller coaster. And you going up the conveyor, getting higher. It's like, okay, here we go. And you hang on. And you're shown so much stuff, and you feel so much stuff and emotions. And there was, you know, times I was just like blacked out, just crying, man, and seeing all of this beauty and energy and sacred geometry, man. It's hard to explain, you know, but
a lot of gratitude, overwhelming gratitude.
Oh yeah, thankful, man. So thank you. Just thanking God, thanking the universe for allowing us to see this, and just gazing into eternity and knowing like, okay, this is where you go when you die. Like this is where you're gonna come back to. And so there's that fear of like, you know, if I die, am I okay with this? You know, and
definitely know what that you're talking about. I know that feeling that, you know, hey, are you ready? Are you ready? Because this is what it's like here. This is what it's going to be like here. Everything you know doesn't exist right now.
Yeah.
That's what my thing was. It was only one, but it was, and we'll get into it. But you know, please continue because I don't want to go off on a rant on you there.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I don't.
so how long were you like? I mean, this is
Okay.
fucking a heroic dose, man.
Yeah. It was intense. Time totally disappears. You have no
Oh,
sense of
great.
time. It really feels like you've been, experiencing something for hours, and it may have only been 10, 20
That would
minutes.
freak a lot of people out, man.
It did. No, it did. Like we went down that road as well. Not me, but a really close friend of mine who has never
It's okay to be freaked out a little
experimented.
bit. It's okay.
Yeah.
That's the
Oh,
thing,
it's a
man. You
freaky
gotta check you.
experience. Yeah. No, it was scary. It was beautiful. It was a little bit of everything.
Okay.
And to experience all that at once, to experience life, death, to die, to be reborn, like experience all of that, on this medicine, it was it's hard to put into words, and we're just trying our best to explain it, but there was that sense of gratitude, and then going down the path of am I going to make it out of this? I want to see my family. I want to see, and it wasn't just me. It was, I actually had a friend of mine who was experiencing all the bliss and going on that roller coaster with us, and it was weird because it would come through in waves, and it was like four of us sitting on the couch, and
Were the waves in synchronicity or?
yes, that's the thing.
Wow.
Yeah, they were. So we would go up that conveyor belt. We'd go down and hold on. Oh my God. And it would take us,
How
yo.
beautiful is that?
Yeah. And then we would come through and we would talk about it. Like, oh my God, what is this, man? And I was telling the guy who was administering, I was like, man, I had no idea. Like, I thought I knew. I thought I knew. I thought I was an expert, I thought I knew. And it's like, get ready, guys. Here it comes. Here it comes. And we're just going click, 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 click.
That's gotta be a song. That's gotta be part of a song. That's gotta be a beginning or an end of a song. It's gotta be.
Yeah, just have the roller coaster
That's
going
beautiful.
click, click, click,
I
click,
mean,
click,
come on.
click. Yeah, yeah. It was six of us all together. Yeah, it was six of
Everybody
us.
was in sync. Everybody was riding this roller coaster at the same damn time. Nobody was going off on any other deep end. You're all staying together as a group.
Well, there was it was intense for one of the guys. He had to walk outside and kind of gain his composure by himself. He had to leave the room. Um, but yeah, it was like just all of this stuff going on within me because like I actually told my buddy, I was like, I'm working on this song and I want to name it Golden Teachers, right? Because I like the name. It's different. People are going to say, what does that mean? He's like, but wait, you've never tried the Golden Teachers, Truth. Like you haven't tried them. I was like, still, I just like the name, I'm going to do it. I'm going to talk about my experience. And so I tried the Golden Teachers and I met them, I met this divine, benevolence and so okay, you want to name your song Golden Teachers? Like I had that encounter, and so now I feel like I'm privileged to do it. Like I've kind of got the right to to actually name the song that with the confidence.
These are your people. These are giving you the muse and the permission to talk about it because you earned that.
Yeah.
Right? You earned it. You walked down that path.
Yeah.
Now, let me say something. The very first time you did psychedelics, would that guy would have been able to handle this trip?
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe I was prepared to, but I didn't. But it wasn't that intense at all. It wasn't that intense at all. I mean, it was beautiful. It was just total. You know what I'm saying? Beautiful. There was no like. I totally disappeared, man. We were being sucked in some type of portal, and seeing death and seeing eternity all in within, and it's hard to explain. And like I said, I
almost doing a disservice by trying to use words, hey?
Yeah, totally.
I mean, Terrence McKenna says the same thing, and he's a damn genius.
Yeah,
He
does
his voice and his words.
Explain it because there's really no way that we can, man. Like we can try, but we're not going to do it justice. It's just something that
Matrix. You got to see it.
You have to experience it. It's like so many movies put together. It's like the Matrix. It's like what is it? The day, tomorrow never ends or whatever it is, man. Just like all of these things, playing together on top of each other. And
do you have an opportunity, being as creative as you are and having as many journeys as you had, Derek? Do you see yourself being able to pull more from these experiences then I mean, as far as obviously it takes time to dissect this stuff and really
Yeah.
come to
Hmm.
terms with it vibrationally and everything. But do you
Hmm.
kind of like try and put that to good use right away? Is that how you
Oh,
use these journeys?
yeah, and it's the whole thing because like what was so weird is like my music means so much more to me now. Like a lot of this stuff was already in my music and it was talking about just stuff that I've experienced during like meditation and prayer and having angelic encounter and stuff like that. And then so having this experience totally took it to another level. So like my lyrics to me have even a deeper revelation about gazing into eternity, being beamed up to where, it's all these different lyrics. I was like, okay, like I really, really gazed into eternity, not symbolically, not metaphorically, but like really. So,
Wow.
so yeah, it's like I try to, take away from every encounter that I've had and try to do it poetically and try to make it sound as complex and as beautiful as I can and something that as deep as an angelic encounter. And it's something as simple as prayer, just taking that and making that sound so deep versus taking a deep concept like an angelic encounter and make that sound really simple and, simplistic. So I kind of go back and forth with the music and stuff, but I definitely am taken away from each experience. So yeah.
Are you influenced by any of the like the crazy shit? I hear all. I listen to everything, dude. I'm like kind of like
Me too.
you
Me
said,
too.
yeah.
Me too.
I've listened.
Everything.
I've listened to like like 5 or 10 of your videos today, and I've noticed that you and I have a lot in common. The stuttering issues, and I'm like, wow, he's like that too. He's so complex. I whistle when I frickin' talk, and I use my S's. It is what it is, you know.
Yeah.
Uh,
Hmm.
but like the influences that I like to pull myself is way out of my comfort zone. I'm a child of I was born in '67, so I'm stuck in the '70s, dude. I love Pink Floyd and all
Hmm.
that wonderful stuff, but like The Here, I don't know if you saw
Hmm.
that video. I don't know if you saw the band The Here.
No, I haven't.
Disclose. I think I threw it on one of your things, but
Okay.
I'll
Okay.
shoot it
Yeah.
to you.
Yeah.
Disclosure, and they're a lot about aliens and all that, and they're
Okay.
awesome, and I love their niche. I love what they're doing, and I never judge. See, I suspend judgment, and that's one of the strange things that changed about me a few years
Hmm.
back. And when I
Yeah.
started doing that, I started opening myself up to a lot of beautiful
Yeah.
stuff.
Me too, man.
Yeah,
Yeah. Totally. Totally.
and so what are you influenced by?
Everything, everything totally. But yeah, music wise, I listen to a lot of Tool. I'm a huge Tool fan.
Okay.
Alex Gray.
Yeah, Alex Gray.
Um,
Yeah.
as far as like, philosophy and stuff, I'm a real big Manly P. Hall fan. I've got to say his name every chance I get. Manly P. Hall, Jordan Maxwell
Right.
took me under his wing and had several phone calls with him for,
Wow.
hours at a time. And he's endorsed my work and promoted me and stuff like that. And Michael Tessarian. And so, Santos Bonacci, these guys, David Wilcock, some of the different philosophers, Tristan McKenna, anybody really, man, who's just an experiencer and who you can kind of get that spirit off of, that they like really are doing it with no, ill intent and, at hand, and people can probably say that's debatable with some of those names. But you know, to me,
nobody knows, man. I mean, I don't
exactly,
know if Bashar is really turning into a different
yeah,
being or not. Could I give
yeah,
a
me
shit?
too.
It's not the messenger; it's the
Yeah,
message. It has nothing to do with
yeah,
the messenger. And
exactly.
you can try. It's really hard. It's hard to do. It's not
Yeah,
easy for me too. I do it. Because
yeah,
I like to rib on people. I like to make fun of
mm,
people in a loving
yeah, me,
way, but that's how I am. I just do
yeah,
that.
yeah.
But it's really you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but Shaw, yeah, definitely, man, because like a lot of his stuff, it kind of rubs me the wrong way. It's like, are you really channeling, or are you just like?
You don't know.
But you listen to the information,
Yeah.
it's like, man, if you kind of get past that, that's the thing. Once you get past the stuff that rubs your flesh the wrong way, you're like,
It could be
wow,
the
this
way he rolls
information.
his R's or whatever the hell. It could be anything,
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, just pay attention to the information, man, and judge the fruit. I'm like, okay, this guy's on to something. Like he's really dropping some information
Yeah.
that can help. No,
Not every single thing you say I'm going to resonate with. Not that I'm going to just suspend it off as being foolish. I'm just going to say I don't resonate with that right now, and
yeah,
maybe I will down the line. And guess what? Somewhere along my journeys with these different versions of myself that I keep
uh-huh,
creating and saying goodbye to, I will resonate with whatever that
so
message was meant to resonate with at that time.
totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I totally believe that. There's, truth that was shown to me years ago that I was standoffish towards it and didn't believe it. And, I was, represented once I've been through some trials and through different valleys and learned some different things. And that same truth comes up. I'm like, yeah, that guy knew what he was talking about. So, and
16 years, I think, for you has this journey been, right?
it's been a while, like, yeah, like 14. I mean, it's been a while. It's been a
14
while, man.
years, if I'm doing my math right, but it was a long time you've been on this
16.
journey. And
It's been
only
like
in the last,
16.
4 or 5 years have you been expressing it through your
Hmm.
music. And then
Yeah.
that's evolved in
Hmm.
ways in the last
Totally.
4 or 5 years in a big way.
Totally. Hmm. Yeah, and that's just it though. It's just kind of like learning and moving from one level to the next, and
Not being
that's
afraid
what
to evolve
spirituality
like
is
that.
about. Yeah, and not be.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it's about, man. It's just about love, man. Just showing love and long suffering towards people, and just be that change you want to see in the world, and regardless whether you agree with somebody, just what I'm saying, just try to approach everything without an agenda. Just be truthful about everything.
Yeah,
So.
exactly. Now, this freaking thing lasted how long? How long was this was just, I mean, it sounded to me like it was an all day thing.
About 8 hours. It's about 8 hours, but
That's a shout out, man.
I say about. It's probably a little bit less, but it was intense for 3 hours. Definitely intense for 3 hours, and
What a great birthday.
um, oh yeah, yeah. I'm gonna remember it for the rest of my life, and
Well, you were given an
it's.
opportunity because you were allowed to go there because of your work.
Mhm.
You would have never been able to graduate to that place, I don't think,
Yeah,
initially. I don't think Big Brother would have looked at you and said, "He got more work to do, man."
yeah, yeah. They were checking me, man. It was like, okay, are you sure? Like, because like it's like, okay, this is something really sacred, and it's always been sacred to me. Spirituality is something sacred, and I do not play with it. Like I don't talk about these subjects lightly. Like they can be, what I'm saying, detrimental and dangerous if they fall into the, what I'm saying, to the wrong hands or somebody approach it with ill intent. So I want to be delicate, what I'm
Absolutely.
saying, but I do want to provoke, curiosity as well. So they checked me on that. They just checked me and was like, okay, you're the one that's rapping about this stuff. We got some stuff to show you, man. You want to see eternity. You want to look into the heavens. You want to like, we got some stuff to show you. Buckle up. We're going for a ride, and we did. And so it's it was beautiful. It was real. It was real philosophical. Just dropping knowledge and prophesying and psychic abilities to in tune, like all types of stuff, man. It was really
Were
deep.
you really happy
Really.
your friends were there with you?
Oh yeah, totally, totally. Because I facilitated this for some other people, just as somebody else facilitated it for me, and
Wow.
I mean, we had people come. So this is totally a medicine. It's not about going on a trip or getting
Right.
messed up or whatever.
Right.
It's totally a medicine that is changing people's lives. And I had friends who were coming, and I'm not going to name any names, but I have friends who were hooked on, meth and pills and smoking crack and different things. And they needed a way out. They needed some type of altar to lay all this stuff down. And they went in the situation wanting to be free and wanting healing. And they came and they got what they were looking for. And they came in with anxiety, fear, and all this weight that was just following them around like an evil spirit, and they left it there. They left change, and so really powerful encounter, man. Really powerful encounter.
That's beautiful. I'll tell you, man. My cousin just a few years ago passed away from heroin. Now he was only 6 months older than me, right? And I did not know. I did not know. I would have never known. I just stopped in, and he was running a strip joint, for 10 years, and all life was wonderful, and everything was cool, and every so often I'd pop in and see him. He was always working, so he couldn't really talk. And I was doing my research with ibogaine and ayahuasca, on this journey now for going on 5 years this June now. And or 5 years. And so, I really wished I would have been able to do what you're doing now, being able to have that ability to communicate that with the ones you love and say, look, this is what this is, and I invite you to see it. Had he did an ibogaine trip, he would have back to like Brian 2.0, but
totally.
And a lot of things have to happen for a reason. I mean, while I was going through the Dark Night of the Soul at the time, and at the I saw his son up there, and shit, that could have been my son, man. They're the same age. So I just, something came over me over the last couple of days. I said, I'm going to get these two kids together. So now my son and his son still communicate, and they carry on, the relationship in a sense that Brian and I had.
Totally.
Because you're always going to talk shit about your dad, man. So.
Yeah. Totally. Yeah, there was some stuff like that I had to deal with as well, and my brother's the same way. My brother, he's actually incarcerated right now, and hoping he gets out and gets another chance. Yeah. And you leave this situation with a total appreciation for life, like because you're in this place where time doesn't exist anymore. So when people talk about a bad trip or a bad experience, like, you need to be prepared, because your consciousness will start going down those areas, and you'll start having these questions, and you can't let it pull you. Like, there was a lot of stuff I was dealing with. The fact that, okay, what's going to happen if I have to call the cops? What if I'm poisoned? What if this? What if that? And not entertain it, you know what I'm saying? And not dwell on it too long, because I had a buddy of mine, he had an amazing encounter with this. He was on a roller coaster ride, and then on a heartbeat, he was like, where's my wife? Where's my kids at? Am I going to see them again? Because we're looking at the nature of reality. We're looking at the matrix. We're peering behind the veil. Sure. And we're seeing the illusion of life. And he got to this place where it scared the hell out of him, and he thought he was trapped, I've heard, a lot of people go through this and thought he was trapped, that he would never make it back, and that he took these mushrooms and, messed up his brain or whatever, and he beheld things he wasn't supposed to see, and he began to panic, and he's like, I want to go back to reality. I want to go back to reality. I just kind of, trying to secure him, and at that point, I pulled myself together. It's like, I got to be there for this guy, and I really pulled myself out of the encounter and just planned it on out to actually be there for him, and so he was like that for a while, and it was it was a little nerve-wracking, but I was patient with him, and we were trying to cater to him, and in the very end, I was like, because he was scared he wasn't going to see his family, and that's what he lives for, and I was like, well, you know what, if anything else, like, you're going to go back and you're going to hug your wife like you've never hugged her before. You're going to pick up your kids, and you're going to get a second chance to be with them. It's like you've died and been reborn. You've been in the tomb for 3 days, and you're going to be, risen again to go and have another chance at this thing, Right. And so to leave that place with this crazy appreciation for life, and don't waste your life. Don't waste any moment, to live in the now, and not because it's so easy for us to go on like autopilot with having jobs and having responsibilities and roles and things like that we have to play. We get in these, and you start playing these roles out, and next thing you know, years have passed by, months, days.
Tell me
You
about it,
know,
brother, man. I'm 47 years old. You know,
yeah.
I had 3 lifetimes, you know, and I'm blessed with every single one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Chapters unfolding again. It ain't over yet, you know.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to this amazing new journey for both of us.
No, totally.
Yeah, I mean, you are definitely making an impact, if not just for the music industry or not just for anything else, definitely for your future children's children, man. They're gonna get to know who their granddad is, man. They're gonna go back like, wow, I didn't know he rocked. Well, I guess I can rock too. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's really, just trying to tap into, what I'm saying, what is lost. And it's like the knowledge of the ancients and the things that was common knowledge to our ancestors, which is, you know what I'm saying, was, spirituality, which is being lost for us. The closest thing we have now is religion. And this is like a mockery of, spirituality in a sense. So it's like really trying to stick my head out there to hold on to a piece of that which is lost, and even in the Bible, there's a scripture in Jeremiah that says to return to the ancient ways, to return to the ancient path, and there you will find rest, there you will find peace. So it's like just holding on to this essence of the earth and of putting your feet on the earth and just holding on to spirituality, and because I think the places that we're heading right now is there's a big movement to be technologically advanced and move away from spirituality, but at the same time there's like a renaissance as well. So like we're kind of
They were saying
grabbing
the
the ancient past and bringing them. Yeah.
Same thing about music with all this, just especially during the punk rock era, with technological movement with music. I mean, they were saying the same thing about that. Definitely, I believe psychedelics and technology both are going to play a huge role in our next phase of our inevitable, unequivocally going to happen with or without anybody's help, future. It's coming.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a follower of Ray Kurzweil at all, it's coming.
Yeah.
I think that's going to bring us closer to spirituality because it's going to allow us to access. Well, first of all, we'll be able to see through the bullshit, the dogma, and the bullshit, the lies, and really learn what the Bible and how it was written and why it was written. And I have a thing, and I make fun because I'm a comic wannabe, and I say the Bible was written for stupid people not to be able to read it. It's written in such a way where those people who literally take it literal, those are the people we know are not supposed to understand this.
Yeah, true. And I think the Bible's, actually clear about that.
Because they can vote.
Yeah. The Bible's clear about that. Yeah. That is, what I'm saying, even for that manuscript is for, it's not a history book at all. And so you have a lot of scholars approaching it and trying to find Noah's Ark, and they're trying to find the Ark of the Covenant. And all of this stuff is symbolic about stuff that takes place within our own psyche, within our own lives. And we have to pass through the promised land. We have to leave this so-called place of Egypt, this place of bondage, this place of destruction. We have to pass by the golden calf and, the different idols that we bow down to. So all of this stuff is taking place within our own psyche.
Wouldn't you say that is money? Wouldn't you say that in this culture that we live in, that the monetary reality is what holds everything back? It's what, wouldn't you say that, because this has been played out over and over again, and I'm sure, in over and over and over again.
Totally.
Wouldn't you say that our golden calf is just the almighty dollar itself?
Yeah.
Sad,
I think.
Because I wish I could just create and share and not worry about having to get pay the light because of it.
Yeah, we like I said, we have to play roles that we don't want to play. Like I'm a truck driver by trade, and I don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? I have to do that though. To make an honest buck to provide for my family and stuff. So, and there's a lot of people, all of my friends, and the people who are over me, on my job. Like, I'm pretty sure it wasn't their dream and goal in life as a kid when their parents told them that they can be whatever they want to be in life. I'm pretty sure it wasn't their goal to be a supervisor or a truck driver or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I think they wanted to be something awesome, something special. And so I'm just trying to encourage people not to let go of their dreams, man, and keep pursuing, because I haven't given up yet either. So
or at least to create a damn dream. You know,
get a new one, yeah.
Dream, man. I mean, that's okay.
There you go.
I haven't had to give up about many of them. One of them was a restaurant.
True.
You know, I don't know if you've ever seen one of my videos or not, but I talk about it. And, you know, the fact of the matter is, you got to, you know, not all goals and not all dreams are meant to be attained. They're meant to be pursued so you can end up to become the person you are when you get there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Totally.
Yeah. So you have obviously evolved as an artist.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, your videos are really cool, man.
Thanks so much.
They are. They're cool as hell. I wish, though, I got to tell you, I don't know why, maybe because I just can't hear very good. I never could. I have a hearing deficit. I wish I could read the lyrics. I wish there was a place to go for all the lyrics. I would love.
Yeah, I need to type them.
Lyrics. I know, man. It's got to be a job in itself.